Hello and welcome to Babysteps in Create Studio 4 Part 20, Creating a Marketplace Template. I'm Tony of Tony's Tutorials and we're on version 4.0.16 of Create Studio 4. First of all, let's go to Start from Scratch. We're going to left click on there and we're going to go over to Create Studio, which is up in the top left corner, and we're going to go down to where it says Scenes, right, which is the second icon down in that column, right? So I'm going to click on there and I'm going to show you the scene that I created, right? You're not going to see it on yours, but when you do make yours, this is where it'll go, right? So here we go. There's my scene, my template that I created, right? Now this is not the same as the sample that you saw last week. It's different because I've changed the words on it to fit the sample, but that's what the template's for, right? So I'll just show you how it looks so you can see the difference. Okay, I've got logo name and descriptor there instead of Amazulu, and I haven't got marketplace there, but it's got all the stuff there, the elements there that are the same, because I'll put as a default. You can put a default in, you could have it just with the background of the mask on if you wish. I prefer to have it with pictures on and you can change them. So that's how it looks, and as you can see you've got your background video as well as your foreground video there as well, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click either on here like that, or you can click on the element on the timeline and it comes up with all the stuff, all the elements in that template, which you can change, which is basically everything on there, right? You even got the white outlines, which are these outlines here, which are actually rectangles, which I've got rid of the colour fill by changing the opacity here to 0. That's 0, and if we bring it back up it goes blue, which is the colour there, right? So let me take it back down, and that's like that. Okay, so you can change everything on that by just going to settings, so it's very easy for you to do that, right? I'm going to show you how to create this template now, so let's just delete the template first and I'm going to show you how to do it from scratch. So let's get back on the canvas and we go to the border of the canvas and to the top left corner where this plus is, click on there. We're going to click on the rectangle with the left mouse button, and we're going to click on the rectangle on the canvas and then click on these two diagonal arrows to make it the size of the canvas, right? Once you've done that, let's put it back to the beginning of there, and then I'm going to go onto the measure of the timeline, click on that and take it to the left until I get 28 on here somewhere where I can see it. There it is, 28. What I want to do is drag that to about 28. Doesn't have to be accurate because it's going to be less than that anyway, right? Then I want to duplicate that, right? And the top one of these two round rectangles, I'm going to change the border to 40, and then I'm going to bring the border in so you can see the full border. And then we're going to change the colours of it in a minute. So I'll just click on the colour and change it to green like that, and then I want to do the border colour, so click on the border, click on this eyedropper tool and click on the green there, and then use this circle inside the colour palette to bring it over this way a little bit like that, right? That's okay for that one, and I'm just going to click off there so the colour disappears. Then I'm going to click on the red rectangle at the top on the timeline, and I'm going to rename that by right clicking and clicking rename, and then change it to thge mask, because that's a background mask, right? Then I want the bottom one, I'm going to put that one on top, the rounded rectangle, right? And as you can see, that's that colour. What I need to do is bring that into past the border so it's on the light green only, possible. Only just touching it, like. I don't want to show any of the light green. I'll just bring it back there, right. Now what I want to do with this is I'm going to change that to that colour there. So I'm going to use the eyedropper there. Click on that, right. Then I'm going to use the light green colour there, like that. Then I want to use the gradient colour there. Then I want to use the eyedropper again on this one and go that colour, right. Now if I go back onto this top rounded rectangle, back on there, as you can see there's this line here. I'm going to click on the first circle, bring it up there, and the bottom circle, bring it down here to the bottom, like that. And I want to just reduce the size of that line a little bit, just so most of the darkness is on the lower part. In fact, I'm going to change the colour of that a little bit, make it a bit more like that. That's it, yeah. So that's your gradient for that, and I'm going to change the name of that to BG filter. So rename that one BG filter. So that's all ready, except for I need to change the opacity of that one to about 60. I'll click on the numbers, change it to 60, like that. So that's all ready. All we need to do now is add the video backgrounds. So what we're going to do is going to go right up to the top left corner again where it says Create Studio, and go down to the first icon in that column, which is the media folder, right. I've clicked on it with the left mouse button, and I'm going to go to thge first. So I'll click on thge, that's the second icon of the horizontal ones, and we're going to click on the search bar and click shopping, like that. And here in the middle is the third video of the 3 background videos I used. I'm going to download that. That'll take a few moments to download, so I'm just going to pause a second while that downloads. Now that's downloaded, what I'm going to do is I'm going to left click on it, holding the left mouse button, and drag it to the timeline. I'll put it there for a moment because it's to what's it, so I'm going to just put it on top of there. I'm going to have to adjust it later, so don't worry about that at the moment. It's going to be somewhere around there, right. Next we're going to go back to the media folder, click on there, and instead of going to vectors, we're going to go to the next one, which is pixels, and shopping's still there, so it'll come up with the shopping ones that we want. We got this one, which is the first one we had in the backgrounds, right, so download that. And this is the second one here. See, it's got sound on it, so I'm going to get rid of that sound, and I'm going to show you how to do that. It's not hard at all, so very easy. So let's just go and have a look at them. They've automatically downloaded straight away. Go to the first one, put it there, and the second one, which is the sound one, I'm just going to drag here, put it there like that, and then I'm going to click on that one. And as you can see, it's got volume here. All you need to do is change that to 0, and that'll get rid of the sound of that video for now. And we just put them all together like that. Next, before we do anything else, what we need to do then is just go between where the 2 videos are put. Like there's video 1 and video 2 there. We go in between them, right? You get this rectangle or square, green square there with 2 triangles on it that are butted against each other there. And left click on that, and it takes you to a transition area, and we can use this scroll bar to scroll down by left clicking and dragging down with your mouse, and we release that mouse button to stop it from scrolling. and then you click on color dissolve. That's the one I'm going to use, right? And then we go to the split between the video 2 and video 3 and do the same there, right? And that's put that on, right? Now we've done that, what we need to do is make these the same size as that. So I'm going to go to the edge there, left click and drag it to the left, like so, so it's even. I'm going to do the same with the lower one as well. Nice, right? Okay, so just over 26 really, but it doesn't matter, we got it roughly right anyway. Then all I need to do is just select all the top layer, which is the video elements, and I'm going to group that just to make it look tidy, and right click, rename, and rename that to BG background BG, and I'm going to put videos and transitions, so we know exactly what it is next time we come and look at it. If we want to look at that, we'll know exactly what it is, right? Always try and get the right idea for what you want to put, you know, as a label for each item. If you don't put the right label down, next time you come and look at it, you won't know what it is. Okay, so do that, and then we're going to left click on the BG mask as well, and we're going to right click, mask BG videos and transition BG mask, and there you go. That's how it looks like that. Now what we need to do is put the BG filter on top like that, and that looks right. That's the way I want it. So what I need to do then is just group those together, group, and just call it BG group, rename, BG group, like that. And that's your first group there, and as you can see, you can replace every single video and change the BG filter if you want to. Okay, you can't change the mask because the mask is masking the videos, but the videos can be replaced, so you can replace it to whatever video you want. Okay, that's how you do that. Right, next what I did was I think I did the products, so let's go to text and click on the text there. That's the text box, as you can see there. I'm just going to put that to the beginning and make it the same size as the BG group, like so. We can alter it later when we get to put the different things on. It's better to have them all there ready and then change them as we're going to animate them. So we click on the type your text on there, and then what we do is left click on the right side and drag across to cover it, and then we can change it to what we want. So I'm going to put product 1 and then enter to take it down 1 title. Right, that's product 1 title, and what I need to do is I'm going to reselect it like that and change it to Della, I think it was Della Gothic 1, right? And I need to change the scale down to about 30, I think. Change the scale to 30 and change the colour to black, because it looks more distinctive in black. Put that up there, and then what I need to do is duplicate it, and this one here I'm going to take down that one up there like that, about there somewhere, and this one I'm going to take down here. And what I want to do with that one is rename that one by changing that title to description. Right, I've done that, title and description. Right, and then I'm going to next click on the plus button here in the border of the canvas area, and either add a rectangle or square, doesn't matter which, because we can adjust it according to what we need in a minute. I'm just going to adjust it down from the corner like that, just sit across like that, down like that, so you can make it square if you want to, or like that. So that's roughly about right. I mean, it might be too big, so we need to go in a bit on both sides maybe. Right, so that's going to go over here and drag that across. We want them all to be the same size if possible. Before I continue with that, let's just go down here, and the BG group at the bottom, I want to lock that. I forgot to lock it, so let's just lock it so that the background is stable and it won't be moved. It's moving. Why is it moving? I want to lock it. Lock it. It didn't lock. I've locked it now. Oh, hang on. Unlock it. Let's put it right first. Now lock it. Okay. Make sure it's locked before you try moving it out. Now locked again. That's very clever, isn't it? Let's put it in right there. Lock. Right. That's locked now. It should be anyway. No, it ain't. Now locking it. Why isn't it locking it? Locky. We can't move it now. That's it. For some reason it wasn't locking then. I don't know why. Right. So this one. I'm going to go back up here to the rounded rectangle. Click on the rounded rectangle. Is that locked there? Unlock that. I don't know. Right. It's locked everything instead of locking that. Right. Now you can see these circles with the little dots in the middle, inside the corners. Right. If you click on one of them and drag it to the center of that item, whether it's a rectangle or whatever, it will round off the corners like this. Right. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? And what we can do then is also add a border of 5. And I want to colour that border black. Like that. So that looks pretty good. Right. Once I've done that, what I want to do now is I'm going to select all those by doing this. Like that. And I want to make sure that central with one another. As you can see, the product 1 title went across a bit. Okay. Now what I want to do is change that rounded rectangle to mask. So I'm going to rename that by right clicking, rename mask. Right. I just want to make sure I haven't locked these. I'm going to, oh, them are unlocked. That's unlocked. Is that locked? Just go click on there. I'll click on that. Yeah, that's locked. That's fine. So what I want to do now is add an image to that before I group them. Right, so let's just add a image on pixels. Let's just do an image. Right, and I want to change it to, I mean I could use that to be honest, but I'm just going to click on mobile phones like that and see if I can find the original image. Probably won't, but sometimes you can't find them after. That's the trouble. I'm looking for the original image I used. I don't know where I found it. Oh, that one will do. That one's pretty good. I'll use that one. Right. So I've just saved that one. I'm going to import that. I'll import that there like that. As you can see, it's way too big. So I'm just going to use that one, and then I'm going to drag it that size and back up there like that, and drag it in that way. Right, so put it up there, make it roughly the size, get it on the edges, make sure it's on the edges of that. Right, now what I need to do is make it the right size to equalise the mask, and select those two and mask that. Right, now that's masked, what I can do is bring it down and select it with the others. The other items there. And then 3 items are together. So I'm going to group them and then rename that to product 1 group. Right? That's right, isn't it? Yeah. That's product 1 group. But now what can do, as you can see on there, look, it gives you the product 1 description, product 1 title, and the image, so you can replace the image if you want to. Right? Now all I need to do is duplicate that 6 times because there was 7. Right? So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the first one is going to be the last one, so I'm going to take that one over here like that, put it down there. Right, just make sure we've got enough room for the, we need to make sure we've got enough room for the white that we want going around it. Right, so I've got that one. I need to right click on and rename, go to where it says the 1, if possible, click on there, change that to a 7, right, and that's that. Right, now just click on product 7 group and change the numbers to the numbers corresponding to the group, which is 7, and you can replace the image. So if you click on replace, if you got anything on here, it will replace it, so you'll need to find whatever product 7 image is going to be. So let's go in here and look for a different image. What we want, PCs, so look for PCs maybe, or whatever that is. What was it? That was food, wasn't it? So if you click on food, there we go. We could do food that way, or we could do what was it, groceries. Could be groceries or something like that. So let's put groceries. Groceries. There you go. We'll go on there like that. That one will do as an image. And when we go to there again, let's go to that particular one. Right. Oh, we're inside it. We don't want to go inside it. Sorry. Click on replace and click on groceries. There it is. Right. That'll go there. So that's how you change it. You need to have them in the media, my media library. Right. So if you get all your images first, then you change it. Okay. Right. But we get to the next one, and that'll be number 6. So we're going to take that one down here. And we're going to change the name from product and just 1 group, so rename that to product 6 group. Oops, I keep doing that, sorry, that's a problem that keeps happening with this. Go to desktop and get a image, that's it, do that, put that on there. I'm going to try and find out what's happening with that. I'm going to tell them about that. It happens too much, that does. Whenever you're trying to change the rename, it comes up with that, and it's a pain in the bum. Excuse me for saying that, but it does make it a pain in the bum. Right, so there we go. We've got product 6 group. We want to click off here and then click on there. It's not going back to where it should be, which I don't want it on the media folder, so let's click on there again. There we go. Let's do product 6 there, product 6 on there. It's very easy to change them, and you can change the image as well like I did before, but I'm not going to do it with that one, but that's how we do it anyway. Right, and we're going to get to the next one down, which will be number 5. Right. Oops, I've gone back into it then. I didn't want to go into it, so that's that one. Drag that one across, like so. And just change the name to Product 5 Group. Rename 5 Group. Change these to 5. It's a lot easier than doing the whole lot. You know, replacing every single word. You don't have to do it every word, just the numbers, so it's easier. Right, that's that one. Then number 4, and that across. Rename 4, like so. And then change these. Like that. Then we go to the next one. That's 3. Rename 3. And then just go up here. Rename that to 3. And that to 3. As you can see, as I'm changing them there, it changes them on there. Right? And that's what you want really. So, and then we get to 2. That one's 2. And we're going to rename that. It's best to rename everything as you go in along like that. Because that way you won't forget what you're doing. Right, so 2. Okay. There we go. So that's all right. All I need to do now is level them up. So I'm going to select all those 5 there and make sure they're even. So I can put them in the middle, make them even in the middle there, and then I want to have them paste out at a level pace. So just click on that. That's the space separator to separate them evenly. Right, now with these bottom ones I want to do the same with them. I want them even size there like that, and then I'm going to go to the I'm going to the bottom one here and do this way as well. I want them level, so I'm going to do that. Okay, and I'll do the same with this end here, the end one on the side, the same with that one. So there you go. That's pretty reasonable. Okay, so now we've done that, all I need to do is do the separators by separating with a white outline. So I'll get a rectangle and click on it, drag it in like that, bring it up here, across there like that, bring it down to where that is, bring it across so I can see where we are there. Then I'm going to go to the colour, change the opacity to 0 like that, click on border, make sure it's white, and change the colour to somewhere about 10. I think 10 looks pretty good actually. So we'll do that. Right, so that's the first one. I'm going to bring that to the beginning there like that, take that across like that, and then I'm just going to rename that to white outline. I could say white border. White. Oops, hang on. I've used capitals there in the wrong place. White outline for product 1, P1 and P6. Yeah, so we know which one that is. Okay, and that needs to go in a bit there. That's okay for that one. Now all I need to do now is duplicate that. Click on that, duplicate it. And the top one I'm going to just drag across to the other side. Just try and keep it level with that one. Like that. Okay. and then I'm just going to rename that one, rename that to P5 and P7. The less typing you have to do, the better for you. You know, it makes it easier. And I'm just going to duplicate that. Obviously, it's not going to be the same. I'm just going to take it across like that. Bring it there, like that, and take it up. On that side to about there, right? You might need to bring it down a little bit just to make sure you've got enough room for your descriptions. And bring it there, like that, somewhere around there. Be fine. Yeah, that looks alright. Right, next we need to do the video here, and we need to also do our logo there. Right, so what we can do is, let's do the logo first, shall we? Let's do the logo. So we're going to click plus and rectangle. We're going to add a rectangle for that. And we're going to bring it down a lot to about there somewhere. Bring it that way a little bit, and then round it off at the edges like so. Put that up there, and it's about there somewhere. Maybe bring it in a bit more if need be, like that. That's gonna be the logo there. Right, before I do that, let's just I forgot to do something. Let's just group the white outlines. So let's just group those and click group and just rename it as white outlines. So it's nice and neat. Okay, as you can see, there they are. Right, and go back to that rounded rectangle, and I want to put a border on it, black border of 5 probably. Might need bigger than that, but no, it's alright, that's alright. Then I want to add 2 things to it. I want to add 2 texts. I'm going to add a first text, which is going to be logo name there, like that. And I'm going to reduce the size of it, obviously, and put it on there. Somewhere like that. You could have it there. Maybe make it 40, I think would be best. Did it on 40. Yeah, logo name. I'm going to add also a rectangle. So let's just get a rectangle to make a line in black. Bring that in like so. Actually, I need to do it this way. It's a pain in the butt, this is doing that. Also bring that across that way like that. Bring it in. Just a bit of embellishment really, but I just like to do things like that. I think it makes it look a bit better. Logo name, right? Just gonna and put them together like that. And then underneath, I'm going to add another piece of text, which is going to be the descriptor. Alright, so oops, I forgot to select it first. DESCRIPTOR. Right, so the descriptor is usually whatever you're going to call the company, whether it's going to be a marketplace or whatever, you know. So that's the descriptor, is going to be that. That was 40, wasn't it? Doesn't have to be 40, it could be less than 40, this one. I usually find if you have them the same kind of size, they'll fit in just nicely like that. And you can change the background to whatever colour you want it. I chose a darker background and this. Right, so click on there. Where is it? The rounded rectangle. Back around that one. Click on that. That one. Right. I need to change that colour there to that one, and a brighter colour like that. That might be okay. Maybe it might be too bright, I don't know. Let's go here. Like that. That's it. I like that one. Let's just bring it in a bit because that looks a bit too big. I'll just bring that in a little touch. No, I've got that wrong. I need to do it there. I'll select all those and bring it in a little touch. A bit smaller. Like that. Make it in the middle. I'm just going to whack that in the middle. Possible. Like that. I think that's okay. Right, that looks okay. Right. Similar sort of thing, but it doesn't matter whether it's a bit bigger or a bit smaller. But that's okay. And then what we're going to do now is just add the last touches, which is the text for down here. It'll be welcome video. So we're just going to change that. Probably take it down a bit as well and change the colour to black probably. Maybe make it smaller because that's quite large, that is. Scale that down to about 70 or 60 or 60. No, that's too small. 70. That's it. Right. Now we need a mask for the thingy by doing rectangle again. Bring that down. It's going to be quite small like that. Probably bring that up a little bit like so. Right. About there. Somewhere in the middle if possible. What I'm going to do is just put it back on, sorry. One. Bring that way, bring that way. I need to first of all do two things. I want to get the logo stuff, drag all that together and make it 26 for the moment or thereabouts. Make it the same size as that. Everything else possible. Like that. I'm just going to drag down a little bit and then drag it across like that. Then I want to group those four things. So let's go, try and select them again because it keeps coming off. Sorry, we should have done that first. Group that as rename logo group. You could just say logo, but put logo group now. Doesn't matter. Right, that's your logo group. And welcome video and rounded rectangle. So we're going to change that rounded rectangle to mask. Rename that mask. Right. Oh dear, I'm adding caps to everything. Right, that's it, mask. And what I need to do with the mask is I need to add a border. So about 5 in black. I'm going to round it off because it's like that, that's better. It makes it more aesthetically pleasing if it's rounded, I think, rather than, you know, straight. And we can add our video to that in a moment. just need to make these the same length as everything else. For the moment, I want to do that. Make everything the right size first, and then we're gonna go to media folder, and we need to add a shopping video or a welcome video of some kind. So let's just do a shopping video for now. You can create your own welcome video if you want to, you know, so that's down to you then, isn't it? Right, so we can do that. We can have that one coming up, and we just, where's it gone? It's in there somewhere, it should be. Let's go back to there. It's not in there, look. It's playing up now, unfortunately. Which means I have to do something. So I might have to just save this and come back to it. So just hang on a moment. Okay, so now I've just reloaded because for some reason it didn't work. As you can see, it's come up twice now, but I only need one, so it doesn't matter. Let's just put that in there. Sometimes you get these teething problems. All you can do is just restart and, you know, save your work and redo it, and it's not a problem. You get some teething problems sometimes. So that's with everything, you know. So I will let them know about that. Keep happening, and it might be something to do with a compatibility issue on my side. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the actual app that's causing that. So we'll have a look at that later. I'm just going to see, that's not very long, is it? I need something a bit longer, so that's now good anyway. Let's delete that one. Let's try and get a bigger video. Unfortunately, that wasn't big enough. Let's try thge and video. Let's try something like this one. See how long that one is. That might be a bit better, maybe. Let's try that. Hopefully that'll do. If it's not, I can join 2 or 3 together, so it won't hurt anyway. We've still got that one anyway. Just add that one. Right, go on there. See, that one's there. I can use this one. Put that one down there as well. So I'll put that one there, and then I'm going to add that one to it at the other end. I do the same as we did with the background video. I'll put them together. I want it fairly big anyway. Obviously we can bring that in after, so it will have a bit of space between where it starts and that anyway, so we can cut it down a little bit after. Right, just waiting for this. I'm going to pause a second while I'm waiting for that. Okay, that's just downloaded, so I'm going to add that to it. As you can see, that's not going to be full, but we can just add those two together like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a transition between them, which is going to be the same one, colour dissolve. I'll do there. And you can use that as your welcome video, saying they're doing certain things and stuff, right? So what we need to do is go there, click on that one, and I'm going to change the size of that to smaller. Obviously we need to get it to the size of the rectangle like that. Put it there, make sure we're on there, make sure we're there. We drag that up like that. It's easy to drag. All you need to do is click on one of the nodes with the left mouse button, hold the left mouse button and drag it in or out according to what you want. Right, and this one's going to be the same, so I'll go to the same with this one. So let's bring that in. bring that down, bring that in from that side, like that, and bring that in from there. Right, and what I'm going to do, once I've done that, I'll do with that one, just take it down a little bit more, like that. I'll leave it like that. Then I'm going to select these and group those, and that's rename that to welcome group, because last time I used one video, but this time there's two. Group and just video there, right? Welcome group video. And what I want to do is click on that and the mask, and mask the welcome group with that. Obviously it's going to be the same size as the video, right? But obviously that's going to come in a bit later anyway. We're just going to maybe make that a bit smaller like that, right? There you go. Okay, that looks better for me. Right, so now we've got that in there, and all we need to do now is get all the things coming in when we want them to. So let's go to where we got to start off with. Right, so that one's the welcome group image. That'll come in a bit. We ain't going to worry about that at the moment. You can have it leading to the end. So we go to the end of there, see if where it butts up to there. Okay, that's fine. Now what we need to do is sort out what's coming in first. Right, first thing we're going to have is the backgrounds going to come in, background group. Right, that's going to fade in. So we go to background group there, click on motion, fade in. Right, unlock it, click on background group, motion, fade in. Right, that's going to fade in from the start. That fades in like that. Right, and we're going to have the logo fade in as well. Right, so we're going to need the logo fade in at the same time. We'll go back up to where it says logo group there. We're going to motion, fade in. Right, so them are both at the same time, and the white lines as well. We're going to fade in at the same time. So let's get to the white lines, white outlines. Them going to fade in as well. Motion, fade in. Right, that all comes in together like that. Then what we need to do next is go to what comes up next, which is product 3 comes down. We go to product 3, motion, top. We come from the top. Now we go to the bottom, sorry. That's it. That comes down, but it's after, so we need to bring it across to about 2, maybe there, like that. That's when it comes in. So we're going to do that. Then we want 4 and 2 to come in from opposite sides. So product 4, we need that to go a bit further over to probably 4 or something like that. Yeah. And then we're going to do that comes in from right to left like that. Let's see that, like that. And then product 2 comes in there, same. So we need to tip that over to there, and then change that to right to left. So left to right. Yeah, like that. So okay. Then once we've done that, we need to do the same with product 1. That needs to go in a bit further to 6, and then we're going to do with that one, right, and we're going to go to product 7, now product 5, sorry, and do left motion, left there, right, and then product 6, we're going to do the same with that one, take that one in a bit further and do that one coming in from right to left, isn't it? Is that right? Yeah, right to left, so that one puts it in that way. And product 7 is going to come in at the same time as product 6, the other direction, so left. Yeah, okay, let's have a look at that at the moment to see what happens with that. I'll go back to the beginning. There's a few things are going to be wrong, obviously. I'm going to do that. That's right, that's right, that's right. Then we want to the welcome video to zoom in, right, so that's what we're going to do. Wasn't far off with the welcome video. We need to add that in at the same time as that, right, and what we're going to do there is motion for them two and scale in, scale up, right, scale up, and that one's going to be scaled up as well. Right, now we just play that from the beginning and have a look at that, see how that looks. Obviously they're going to have different pictures on, like I showed you how to do it there, and that's how it works. And then at the end of each one of those we're gonna put fade out for everything, right? Yeah, it looks pretty good now, doesn't it? And that's how you make your own template. All I need to do now is go to the ends of each one of these and change the fade to fade out. So motion, out, fade out. Next one, motion, out, fade out. And next one, motion, out, fade out. Just carry on down all of them. Okay, won't take long, about a few seconds really. Motion, fade out. Okay, we're nearly done now. Once we've done this, that'll be it. It'll be finished. Once we've done that, and all we have to do then is, group them together, rename them to what you want to name them to. Which will be like a marketplace template or something like that. So we'll do that in a second. So what you need to do, so we've got all them ready, right? Obviously they're all different positions of that now, but what you need to do once you've done that is click Control and A to select everything, then right click group, and that's your template, and you can name it what you want to name it. Rename and rename it to Marketplace. Template 2. We've already got one. Right, so I've renamed it Marketplace Template. Oh, it needs to be 2, doesn't it? Rename 2. Like that. I've renamed that, and then I'll right click, save to my scenes, and it goes to your scenes. There you go. Marketplace Template 2. And if I delete this like that, then go to my scenes, and drag it back on, and there we are, we'll have it now. Oops, it hasn't started on there. And it come on. Oh, it's going over there, that's why. Duh. Put it back over this way to 0. And just play it from the beginning. And there you go. Obviously we need to change all the thingies, but we don't need to at the moment. It's a template. You don't need to change them if you don't want to, but you can change them if you want to before you make it into the template. But that's how you make it anyway. I hope you found this useful, and I hope it's going to be good for you to create your own templates of a marketplace kind of scenario. And if you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to Tony's Tutorials. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.